Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Hijab Upworkwali and I am a student of Rehan School, Prongi campus. I am studying class 7. My class name is the Future Navigators. So today we have the very honorable and grateful guest whose name is Miss Connie. So welcome to our guest and know the herself and know her life journey. So hello ma'am, how are you?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me on your podcast today. I really appreciate it. I'm blessed to be here. Thank you.
Okay, okay, you're most welcome and I want to take you to come in my show and give me your valuable time.
Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, please introduce yourself.
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Connie Anne. I am a public speaker. I am a manifestation coach and primarily I teach network marketing leaders and executives to grow and build their team through proper mindset tools and developing our belief and confidence and getting us to get to where we actually want to go in life and knowing that it is 100% possible to get there. So when I work with my clients, we work with our mindset and with the universal laws. The law of attraction is a really popular one that everybody knows about, and together we get them going to the next level, to whatever that is for them, get them to their goals.
Great. Okay, ma'am. Thanks for answer. My first question on the screen. Can you explain what you mean by elevating through thought quality individually in the context of improving lives globally?
Valid, elevating thought quality individually. Uh, when when we change our life, we change the lives around us. That's that's the short answer. As individuals, we make up this beautiful world. And so when I look after my life and when other people look after their life and we move forward in the best way possible, meaning doing no harm to others, meaning um, only moving forward in the best and most beautiful, uplifting way possible, we take everybody with us. And understanding that when we do things in the right way and in a certain way, then it benefits all. And when it benefits all globally. When we put the the proper energies forward, then everybody benefits. And particularly when I work with my clients, when I work with my client to elevate her business or his business, their family benefits from it and their relationships strengthen and everything around us becomes better. So looking after ourselves, having better thoughts, feelings, and actions for ourselves and within our own world does globally affect everything around us.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks for answer. My next question: What inspire you? What inspire you to focus on improving the quality of lives on a global scale?
What inspired me? Sometimes watching the news inspires me. What inspires me from a personal level? I used to be homeless. I used to be broke, and I lifted myself up through reading and learning and applying things. Just knowing that there has to be a better way. There's got to be a better tomorrow in some way for myself in my life. That if other people can have nice cars and a beautiful house and to be able to go out to nice restaurants, then I certainly should be able to as well. So what do I have to do to get to that place? So I started studying and started learning and growing myself in my own life and pulling myself out of that situation. And through my training, I realized that every human on the planet has the same abilities. We all have the same mind. So if this person can do it, this person can do it. And because of the massive, beautiful impact it had on my life personally, I knew that there were other people that were hurting like I was, and So I set out to enrich the lives of everybody who wants to learn, who wants to have a better life, who wants to do what they got to do to get out of their situation and to realize that it's not necessarily always the outside world. A lot of the times it comes from the inside and it starts with in here in our minds. And once we fix this, then other things look better too. There's a saying that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at changes. And it's about perception and seeing the good and seeing how can I do better? What can I do differently? And moving forward in a more powerful way opposed to this doesn't work, nothing ever turns out, right? So it's in the way we think in a lot of ways that alters the life and it works for everybody, everywhere. I've worked with people all over the globe, and it's effective for every single person. So, I just want everybody to have an amazing life. At the end of the day, that's really what I wanna do, is help everybody know that they have control over their future life.
Amazing. Okay, ma'am. Thanks for answer. So my next question: um, how do you believe individual thought quality can impact the overall quality of life worldwide?
Um, as I mentioned previously, when we change our own life, we affect everybody around us. There are we call them universal laws. When you change yourself, you cause a ripple effect. One of the universal laws is the law of cause and effect, and it says that whatever you put out, whatever you do, creates something else to happen. Even when you take a breath in and take a breath out, dust particles move, something else happens. When you smile at somebody walking down the street, even a total stranger, something happens inside of them. Might be minute, it might be large, but it will ripple and they will carry that forward. Maybe they'll tell somebody, "Oh my god, this total stranger smiled at me. That was so cool." Or that person was kind of odd. Nobody does that, but it might cause them to smile at the next person they see. So um, when we put it out, it keeps going. Like throwing a rock into water, it ripples. It changes the edges of the water. And that's what happens whenever we do anything ourselves, good or bad. It ripples forward into other people's lives, and we don't even know it. We don't even realize the impact sometimes that we're having. And when we realize that the thought of I want this world to be a better place. I want there to be a better tomorrow for my children and my grandchildren and my family, then we will put good out. And when we put good out, good goes around. And that is really at the base of what I want to do. And it's a fundamental law of of life, like gravity, like anything in life. It is how it is, whether people believe it to be true or not. It's a truth. Like I said, like gravity. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in it. It's what's happening. So always putting good out will always move good forward in the world, and it will impact other people you don't even know in a positive way.
Awesome. Okay, ma'am. Thanks for answer. So my next question: what specific strategies or approaches do you envision for achieving goal?
Specific strategies and approaches that I teach are to, first of all, you got to know what your goal is. When I work with my clients, like the first 2 weeks, all we do is talk about what do you want and why do you want it. That is the fundamental base of anything we do. You got to know where you're going. Like when you leave your home, when you get on your shoes and you grab your keys and you walk out the front door, you have somewhere you're going, right? Like you're going to the store, you're going to a football game, or you're going somewhere. Most people get up in the morning and put their feet on the floor and don't know where they're going. They don't have a destination. You gotta have the goal. First and foremost, you cannot reach something that you don't know what it is. When you decide what you're going to have for dinner tonight, then you can make it. But if you haven't decided what you're going to have, then you end up with nothing or the first thing that falls out of the cupboard when you open the cupboard door. So we have to have a plan of not necessarily how we're going to get there, but of where there is. When people feel stuck, when they feel like they're struggling, when they feel like they're not doing anything with their lives, they're feeling a little bit hopeless, it is most often because they don't know where they're going. They don't have a clear mental picture of their goal. So that is the very first strategy you must have. What do you want? Why do you want it? After that falls into many, many layers of the mind, how we think and feel. So if we set a goal of having a big, beautiful house that nobody in our family has ever had before, for example, we may not believe we want it, but we may not believe that we can actually have it because nobody in our family has ever done it before. So now you've got to build the belief that it is possible for you to have it and build the confidence in knowing that if you keep moving forward properly every day towards that thing that you really want, that it will eventually show up. And it's a confidence and a belief and a faith that if one person has it, so can you. Because again, we all have the same mind. We all have the same mental tools. And when you use them properly, you can have the same results as the people who are living that lifestyle that we want to live as well. So those are really the two foremost fundamental parts of achieving anything, worthwhile going after in our lives.
Okay, ma'am, thanks for answer. So my next question: how do you plan to ensure inclusivity and cultural sensitivity in your initiatives?
When I work with my clients, when I am even talking in podcasts such as this and being interviewed, when I'm doing live shows on stage in person, um, I understand that we are all human. We are all one people on this planet. Like all dogs are dogs, all cats are cats. We are all human. We all have the same abilities. We maybe don't have the same situations in our life. And I don't even have the same situation in my life as the person that lives right next door to me. But I do know that no matter who we are, as humans, we all have the ability to choose our thoughts. We all have the higher mental faculties of imagination. We all have intuition and we all have reason perception. We all have a memory. It's just a matter of if we are using it in the right way or if it's gone dormant. And when I say dormant, I mean like our imagination. When we're kids, we use our imaginations, and a stick can be a number of different things, right? A piece of a tree or a blanket could be a fort, or it could be a cape, or it could be you put it right over top of you and be a ghost for Halloween or whatever that is. But as we grow up, we start being told, grow up, be sensible, stop daydreaming, get your head out of the clouds, and our imagination goes to sleep. And it happens for our intuition because we stop trusting our inner guidance system. It happens for our ability to reason and our perception when we stop seeing things from the other person's point of view and think, wow, well, that's kind of a valid reason too. And maybe reasoning that if I do this, this is going to harm this person or it's going to hinder my movement forward. So I'm not going to do it. All of these mental muscles get weak. They go to sleep, and we have to waken them up, and every human can do that. Every human has the ability to do it, and so it doesn't matter who I'm talking to. It doesn't matter where in the world they live. I've seen it in Africa. I've seen it in India. I've seen it in China. I've seen it here in North America. I've seen it all over the world. And everybody can do it. And it doesn't matter who they are or where they're from. So when I am teaching what I teach it to other humans because everybody can if they want to, regardless of anything cultural that's going on for any individual.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks for answer. So my next question: can you share any personal experience or stories that have shaped your commitment to this case?
That have shaped my commitment. Oh, well, I think going back to when I was living on the floor of my friend's apartment when I was homeless, I didn't know what was going on in my life. What shaped my story was the ability to somehow I got to see that I'm in charge of me. I'm in charge of my life. And the other side of that is that I can't control other people. Nobody can control another person. We try to. Every day people are trying to control, like even just getting their children to clean their bedroom or getting somebody to take out the garbage. And we try to make people do things, but on a different level, it's when we have family members, friends who don't support us or they're very negative while we are working on trying to spread the good in the world. They're knocking us down. What do we do with those people? We can't do anything. We can only control ourselves. And that's at the base of what I had to learn when I was bringing myself back up and out of where I was is that I can only control me. I can't control other people. And we can only ever accept a situation, walk away from a situation, or change a situation. And we can't often do all three of those in any situation. So sometimes we just have to accept things. This is just how it is. Can we change it? Often we can change it. We can change the subject. We can change the channel. We can put the newspaper down. We can excuse ourselves from a conversation. We can leave a relationship, a friendship, if it's not serving us, if that person isn't living within our values, but we cannot change them. We can only affect ourselves and control what we think and feel and do. And that is really important for everybody. Again, globally, when we're talking globally, it's really important to understand that we have to move forward better as a human, as an individual. And we have the choice to walk away from the things that are not moving us forward. Whatever that is, whoever that is, it's a choice. It's not always an easy choice. I've walked away. I walked out of a marriage myself that everybody thought was amazing, but it wasn't because I needed to look after me. We have to sometimes do the hard stuff and make the tough decisions when we know our goal, the goal we were talking about. We know where we're going and what we want for ourselves, for our life. And we have this beautiful vision of our tomorrows. And if a situation is not looking like it's going to lead us towards that better tomorrow, then we need to do what we need to do properly to get ourselves to that beautiful tomorrow for ourselves and again for our future our future family, for our kids and grandkids and beyond. So that's really uh, the beginning, the learning that I wish for everybody to know that that the choice is up to us and that we can't change other people. If it's not serving us, we need to walk away or change it or accept it. That's all we can do.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks for answer. So my next question: how can everyday individual contribute to your mission?
Everyday individuals. Um, what I want to say is know what kind of a life you want to live. What kind of a world do you want to live in? And every day move forward towards that place. Do what you feel is best for you and those around you to build a more beautiful future, whether it's looking after our planet, looking after our neighbors, being more loving, more kind, more giving, less taking, understanding that there is abundance in the world. If we all share and give and help each other, what goes around comes around. It is again part of the law of cause and effect. What you put out comes back. When you put out good, good comes back. And it's not always easy, and it's not always the popular decision. But popularity isn't going to get us to a beautiful place. We need to do what we have to do every day as individuals to move forward in this life and on this planet together to build a better tomorrow. So, whatever you are, whatever you have um, in your heart to do, that is beautiful. That you can see if you kept moving forward in that direction, it would make a beautiful, loving, happy, abundant life for you and everybody around you. Then go do that. Make good choices, make the right choices. And that's what you can do to move this forward in a better way.
Okay, ma'am, thanks for answer. So my next question. Can you share your long-term vision for the future once the quality of life globally has significantly improved through elevated through quality individual?
Long-term vision for the future. My that's a great question. You got me thinking. I know the answer, but let me find the words. Um, my my vision is for people to have and take control of their lives, for individuals to understand all of the things that we're talking about here today. We're talking um, about making the right choices. If it harms another person, if it harms you, if it whatever you take, it leaves that other person without, don't do it. Make choices. And if I could, if I had a magic wand, I would give everybody the ability to think very clearly on their actions, on everything that they do. Is it serving the greater good and higher good of life, of our planet, of all of God's creatures? And if each individual person does that, I would love to see a world where everybody is helping each other, complimenting each other. They're shaking hands instead of throwing punches, either verbally, mentally, or physically, where they are all sharing and not taking. When we give, we get. So be a giver, and you will not go without. We get what we put out. So, what are you putting out there? On the other side of it, and I don't really like talking on the negative side, but if we don't like what's going on in our lives, we have to look at what have we been putting out? What have we been doing? And I am not talking about every single little situation. So when I say this, I don't mean to. I know there are things that are out of our control. I know there are things that we can't control in our life, and that's where it comes to accepting it at some level, but also what can we do better moving forward? How can I make this better moving forward? And we just got to do better and do different and move forward with love and without fear and feeling like there's lack and limitation in the world, even though in our immediate future there are immediate results right now today there might be, but that doesn't mean it has to be like that tomorrow when we're living in such a global world where even you and I are talking from other sides of the planet, that we can reach out wherever and however we need to have a beautiful life in a beautiful way. And it starts with us and with in our minds and choosing the right thoughts. And that is my hope and wish for every human.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for your valuable time and give me opportunity and share the insightful knowledge.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate your time as well. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. So lastly, I want to invite you. I want to invite you my school when you come in Pakistan. So please come in Karachi and visit our school, Rehan School, Kurongin campus, and meet me and my friends and our students.
Oh, that would be amazing. I really appreciate that offer. Thank you so much. When the opportunity presents itself for me to come that way, I will absolutely reach out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.